So hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Law Simplified by Tirupati. So we have Harini here and we will be discussing about academic challenges, her internships, her career and why she chose law in VIT Chennai. So hello Harini, please introduce yourself to our viewers.
Hello everybody, I'm really grateful to stand here and talk to Shruti. So yeah, I'm really happy about it. So yeah, my name is Harini and I'm second year BBA LLB student in VIT School of Law Chennai.
Okay, so the first question would be, why did you specifically choose law as your career path and what drew you to VIT Chennai in particular among other NLUs and top colleges?
Okay, so basically as like every law student, even I did CLAT and everything I done and I got placed in NLU Nagpur. So but my point of view is I need to do in a comfort place. So basically I'm Tamil person, so I need to do my law degree in Tamil Nadu. But in the NLUs I was looking for, of course everyone will be looking for Bangalore and all. And I looked for Bangalore and Trichy, I didn't get both. So I got NLU Nagpur, so which I'm not really interested to go in. And I need a space that where everything should be there, not only stated with only law. I need like multiple things handled in the college. Maybe that will be the place that is what VIT is. So because VIT has like extracurriculars, academics and everything we have. So I feel like this is the place for me. So I researched about VIT and I found that maybe it might be a place for me. So as like yeah, in NLU I got good, CLAT, I got good scores, and then my grade 12 also I got good scores. And then in the VIT there is a procedure, like you have to give a personal interview and group discussion. So after these many processes, I got placed in VIT.
Okay, so you said that you prepared for CLAT. So how is the difficulty level in CLAT and how was your experience while giving CLAT? What would you suggest people who are giving CLAT this year?
Okay, so CLAT is one of the very difficult exam in like India. So it's like UPSC and JEE, NEET and whatever entrance exam and competitor exam is there. CLAT is also one of the very toughest exams. So yeah, I'm really happy that I have cracked that. But yeah, the point over here is the CLAT which I joined was BYJU'S CLAT. So it was like around 10,000. So yeah, for around like 1 year I did a coaching over there. So they gave me a regular training sessions and they had a regular classes, quiz and everything. So it was good actually. BYJU'S was very good. Maybe people can do BYJU'S. I'm not promoting BYJU'S, but by the way, I studied in the BYJU'S. But there are many other CLAT platforms, so you can look and all. And then in YouTube channels also there are many YouTubers doing CLAT videos. It's very completely free for everyone. So instead of paying in BYJU'S, I would prefer you guys to have some good general knowledge and good clarity on the CLAT syllabus and CLAT subjects. So maybe you yourself can check on the CLAT syllabus and work on it rather going to some institution or paying money. So you can actually crack BYJU'S.
Okay, so what has your experience been with academic curriculum in VIT and is there any specific challenges that you've encountered in regarding your curriculum in VIT?
So actually the academic curriculum is very flexible and very good at VIT, I would say, because really, to be honest speaking, I am very grateful to be in the VIT School of Law because I am from the place where there are only like limited opportunities. So once I come to this college, I found that like literally everything around me is kind of opportunity. So VIT is the place that it will give you n number of opportunity. The person you guys need to seek the opportunity. The opportunity will be there for literally everybody. So maybe UG, PG or whatever. So you are the one need to grab that and showcase your talents. So yeah, by the way, while I'm talking about the academics, it's very flexible as I stated. So for the engineering, we have fully flexible credit system where they can choose their slots, morning or evening slot, faculty, subject. But as per the law, it is fully regulated by the Bar Council of India. So every curriculum and subjects, everything is stated by the BCI. So that we have a limited flexible credit system where the faculty is only option for us to is choosing a faculty where the subjects we can't choose. So because every year as per the BCI they have given a particular subject that this particular student need to be studied. Like this particular year that person need to be covered these sort of subject in particular year. So they gave a curriculum. so that we have only option to choose the faculties. And yeah, apart from this, faculties are very supportive, and the people whomsoever getting good grades and all, they'll be getting Achievers Award and University Rank Awards, which will be given on the university day. So there are many perks for the 9-pointers and good graders. So yeah, it's actually good.
Okay, so now tell me about the classes that you're having. You are in second year, right? So, like, what subjects are there right now in law? And if you have any favorite subject, what is the favorite subject you want to know?
So yeah, right now we dived into different subjects like crimes, contracts, and like English for lawyers we had, and English we had, and then we like basically I'm a BBA LLB, so I had many BBA subjects covered. So like as compared to law, I studied BBA subjects a lot, so I feel like BBA subjects are kind of interesting. But while I talk about the law, while I studied this labor laws and crimes, the both was kind of interesting. After the amendments of new provisions in the BNSs or BNS, it was like new provisions were added in the in the BNS or BNSs, where in the class we had many debates regarding to it, because usually when these amendments are come up and changes happen, usually everybody have their own thoughts. So even we students also had the same thought, and we had some debates also. So it was interesting.
Next question is that how does VIT support students in finding internships and building careers?
So while we talk about internship and career, as like in engineering there is this placement and training cell, as same in law school we have the same placement and training cell. But engineering people, like if IT is CSE for example, I'm not well that sound in engineering, but yeah, if there is CSE people, so they'll just need to apply in the placement. So many companies will come, they'll just give interviews and they'll be get selected. It's a tough process, but I'm just saying very simple. So yeah. So they will be getting placed. But while we talk about law students, they are like not every law student have an aim to go to a company and get it paid. Like they're not interested to do 9 to 4 job and get it paid for every month. So in the law field we have different like places where we can work on and explore. So maybe for example army, so you can go for army, health, IT, litigation, corporate, arbitration, whatever. You can do LLM also. It's everything is depends upon your flexibility and your interest. So law is very basic, and you can explore that law subject into your career, you're interested with. If you are interested in army, so you can take an army law. So there is this JAG exam. So you can give a JAG exam. It's one of the very toughest exam. Only 1 or 2 people will be getting selected. So yeah. Anyways, you can give that exam and be an army lawyer. So basically, army lawyer what they will take care of army related legal affairs, army codes. So these lawyers will take. So yeah, the point over here which I'm willing to state is, in the placement and training cell, we have a WhatsApp group as of now. So there are faculties, like there are 2 people. So the 2 people will be two of them are faculties, and they will be sending regularly the internships and job openings in various firms, and maybe with advocates or maybe in the corporate firms. So for example, while we were looking for the internship, I got to see the the opportunities like Fox Mandel, Pride Legal, all these law firms are coming up because they have good job openings which is open to everyone, so they will just forward. So if we want, by VIT School of Law, by the faculty we can approach them, or from our personal mail we can approach. So yeah, basically there are people to give a guidance on your internship and career. It's where you need to grab that. If you want internship and career placement from VIT, you can ask to the faculty. If not, you have good background, and if you're good at you already figured out, maybe you will be doing with your father as advocate in the court. So yeah, it's completely fine. It depends upon your decision. So to the answer for this question, we have a placement in career cell where you will be getting placed, where VIT will help you. So there is this alumni network also. So even after graduating, for the alumni, the job openings will be sent by the placement and training cell faculties. So if wanted, we can get placed. So that's it.
Okay, so what has your internship experience been like? Have you started interning in places, and if yes, like what are the places and how many internships have you done so far? So let us know about that.
So basically, as I stated before, everything is regulated by Bar Council of India. So we law students, we need to do internship only during the vacations, maybe that summer or is December vacations. So December it will be like very 15 days, which is very less for internship. So people will prefer to do in the summer vacations, and court will be holidays on the May. So only June will be. So what I did in my first year was I didn't waste any of my time, because 5 years we need to complete, like within 5 years you need to complete 5 years of internship. That is, one internship is 4 weeks, literally 20 days. So you need to complete that internship. So I started in my first year because I want to have like less burden in my first year. So that is why. So in my first year I did in the lower courts, which is so my place is Panruti. So I did in my Panruti subco, and my advocate is Advocate Sujata. So she is the person who goes to the multiple courts in the district. So she has multiple cases in the multiple disciplines like civil law, and she has family law cases also. So I got the opportunity to see the family law cases and civil proceedings, and even I got the chance to see the criminal and trial proceedings, and all these stuffs I got the chance to see. Because usually the trials and sessions, the first prominent place to happen is the lower courts. So then by the appeals we will go to the high courts. So yeah, so I got the chance to see all those things, and I went to district courts and multiple lower courts in my district. So yeah, that was my internship experience while it is an offline internship. While talking about online internship, I done a research-based internship in the lawarticle.com. So it was like a kind of startup internship, like a startup firm. So it is like a live law and all these.
Like basically articles and legal writing.
Yeah, exactly. So I got a chance to do that, but yeah, I published some of the news articles over there. So that's my internship experience as of now. And in my upcoming years, I'm looking forward for IPR-based internship or corporate internship, or else media, fashion law internship. So it depends upon my interest and the subjects which I study.
Okay, so just let us know about the student life here on campus, and how do you maintain a balance between academics and extracurriculars, and does VIT encourage extracurricular, or they're like, no, only study and score good marks?
So as we passed out many questions, this is one of the interesting questions that I was waiting to answer. So yeah. Everybody apart from academics, people are interested for extracurriculars. So yeah, VIT have extracurriculars. So 70 plus clubs are there. So it depends on, it may be like literature clubs, maybe Tamil Mandram, Telugu club, Gujarat club. So literature based clubs are there, educational based clubs are there. For the law school, which all debate society is there, and moot court society is there. And if it's engineering or something, you have Microsoft Innovations and Google Innovations and some clubs. So 70 plus clubs you have, music, dance, comedy club, drama club. Oh my god, there are many. So it depends upon like in which side of your interest you can just join the club. So yeah, in VIT and even in the law school, within the law school we have Vitsol Debate Society and Vitsol Moot Court Society. So basically I'm serving as the treasurer in the Vitsol Debate Society. So yeah, there is Moot Court Society also, and usually they will conduct the national level and intra-level mediation, moot court, arbitration competitions. So even I got the chance to be a co-convener for the Vitsol mediation competition, which happened recently. That is what March 26th and April 9th. We had 2 rounds, one is offline and online. So it's a kind of brief. Maybe I should do a separate video on that. How does the Vitsol mediation went? Because it was a national level event where we had a lot of process from the marketing to till the registration till the offline. It was kind of hectic. And basically this part of the 4th semester I'm in right now. So this 4th semester is short semester. In this semester, I got a lot of positions. So where maybe the counts will be higher. So first Vitsol Debate Society treasurer. In the entrepreneurship cell club, I was the social media director. In the Tamil Mandram, I was the MC lead. Then in sports club I was the MC lead, and in the Vibrance I got the chance to do MC, where I did mini marathon MC, you know.
Okay.
So, and yeah, many MCs I have done for the bike stunt events which has happened, that and all I did MC. And apart from this, I have been part of Legal Aid, committee of WITSOL, and I have been part of the conferences which happens regularly in the VIT School of Law. So yeah, I have a good connection with most of the people, like literally in every department at least one people I know. Something, if any help I have, I can just reach out with them. So those people are very good. So if any help, they'll also help me out.
You're using law properly with, you know, connecting and networking is like very important, and you're basically balancing your academics and extracurricular very well, you can say that.
Yeah, maybe, but yeah, that's what maybe. But I need to focus more on my academics. Like I'm starting to learn, as I stated before, this is the place where I got a lot of opportunity.
Yeah.
So in my schoolings I didn't get. So from here I'm like building from my scratch. So I'm learning to balance things, I'm learning to explore new things. So right now, if you ask me personally, I'm balancing, but I'm not a 9-pointer. In my first semester I was a 9-pointer, now it got reduced. So like kind of little bit, just 1 point it reduced. Then drastically I was an 8-pointer right now. So yeah, in my upcoming years, maybe by the God's grace and my efforts, I might go to 9-pointer. But yeah, so as I am learning right now, I'll be improving. So you will have the academic challenges. It depends upon how you learn and how you figure it out and how you focus and change the things and plan your schedules accordingly.
That's great, Harini. So now just let us know, how do you describe the faculty here in VIT? How helpful are they, and is it based more on rote learning, or is it, you know, based more on application-based curriculum? So that is it.
Okay, if that is the case, we have like good, like I would say law school faculties are very good. I don't know about the other departments, but my friends said like many things about the other departments, but I'm not sure clearly about it because I wasn't there in that place, so I can't judge upon it. So while talking about law school faculties, they are very chill, I would say. But they'll be very strict in the place where to be strict, where to be sweet. They know where to be strict, where to be sweet. So there are good faculties. Like if we reach out any help, like maybe a bare minimum, like small help, they are always available to help us out. So even I'm following my faculties in Instagram. So from this you can understand that how much they are, you know, very close to us and how much they are friendly. So for every student in VIT, we have a proctor. So one proctor will take care of 30 students. So as like I have my proctor, even I am following my proctor in the Instagram. So it depends upon, like, if you are good at VIT, if you maintain your disciplinary actions properly. So if you are not following the curriculum properly, like there are many rules and regulations mentioned for the students. If you violate that, of course faculties will be strict, because teachers are the next parent to us, so they have a rights over us to, you know, regulate and facilitate us properly. So if you are good with them, they'll be good to you. And if you are bad also, as a teacher, as a responsibility they hold, they will help you out with everything. So yeah, the faculties over here are very good. I'm happy with it. I don't know about the upcoming students, how they will have the experience, but if you ask my experience, it's good.
Okay, so we just want to know what your career aspirations are after you complete law. Like, you know that there are, you know, variety of career options. If you see, there is judiciary exam, there is even you can give UPSC, litigation, and, you know, firms and everything. So what are you more interested in? Are you more interested in doing 9-to-5 job, or you want to go for competitive exams? So what is it?
So this is one of the difficult questions that she asked to me, because I didn't figure out anything, because I'm a first-gen lawyer. So I'm in my place, like I need to explore everything to understand my interest. So maybe in my upcoming years I will delve into different subjects. So if I feel that subject is interesting, I'll do my internship in based off that subject. So if that internship works for me, maybe yeah, in my final year or pre-final year, I'll decide what should I do. So as like I have my plan that I should fix my 4th year, because if I take more time it will be hard for me, because as I stated, I'm a first-gen lawyer. So I need to have some structured and organized way how my career should be.
Okay, if you ask me, guys, go for IPR because I'm doing masters here. I would promote that. But again, IPR is also a very evolving field, so you can try that. Okay. Now, one last question is: what advice would you, give the law students right now and people who want to apply for BLLB or any type of LLB in VIT Chennai?
So in general, law is one of the good field and it's very competitive in nature. So yeah, if you have potential, if you're confident enough on whatever points you speak, if you're confident on you, and if you have a courage, pakka I'm saying you can achieve something in this field. So yeah, because of your efforts, you will reach out your desires. And while talk about BA, BBA, there are many other options also. In VIT, there is only BA LLB and BBA LLB honest. Both are honest paper. But there are in SOIL, in other colleges, there are BCom LLB, BSc LLB. It depends upon your interest. If you want to join VIT, only two options are left. So BLLB, if you're arts students or commerce or science, maybe whatever your subject is, you can join for the both. So it depends upon how you can balance, because in BBA you will have a math. If you're not that good at math, you can go for BA. So it depends upon your interest and your mindset. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Harini. It was a very, very insightful session. And it was lovely to speak with you and know about your experiences in VIT Chennai and about law. And I hope that you achieve great heights and you go for whatever interests you the most, whether it is judiciary or it is law firms or anything. So thank you so much, guys. Please do like, share, and subscribe my channel for more such insights and more such videos on law and lifestyle. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, people.